Hey everyone, welcome to the Bitcoin video. Today it's about 12:30 almost in the afternoon. It is June 25th, 2020. I'll be doing an update on Bitcoin. This is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research. I'm just giving my opinion on the market. And let's take a look at the charts. All right, so um, I alerted everybody on Discord. I made it very, very clear that I was buying the dip last night. Um, I said at about 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time, I set some bids down every $100 all the way down to, I want to say, about $8,800. And at the time, Bitcoin was trading right around here. And what happened? So about 92.50, we were struggling at 9300, but we had our technicals that were showing like really good signs that we're going to be having a little bit of an automatic rally. And sure enough, all the way down here, I was actually trading on the futures contract. So I was trading on XBT Z20, and I got I think 3 of my bids filled, and I've since closed out of that position. I'm considering popping back in if we move our way back down here to about 9100. So again, let's just take a look at this subdivision because it is really, really nice. I mean, this is perfect. Okay, this is really, really great. So what do we have here? We've got a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 3, 4, and then 5 into the end of that move, which is, in my opinion, either a 1 or an A. You know, this is our first move of a few different moves. Okay. Then what do we have? All right, so let me just kind of zoom in just a little bit here. Let's just take a look at this. All right, so subdivision is good. Even this wave 3, you have a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here into this 3. So if I wanted to get really, really picky, I could do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here into that wave, of course, on a smaller degree, right? So many ways, this looks really nice. The subdivision here is basically an Elliotian's just dream, the way this came down. All right, so now we're correcting. We're correcting. So this move is done, right? So this impulse is complete. With all the subdivision that goes along with it, you have a diagonal into the 1, A, B, C into the 2, a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 3, A, B, C into the 4, and then 5. I'm not going to go down in the subdivision for this. To complete the 3, A, B, C into the 4, 1, 2, and then I'm not going to get down in the subdivision here. I'm assuming there was a 3, 4, 5 down here to complete that 5 wave. Now we correct the entire move. We correct the entire move. Okay, so with this correction, we have all the way over here on the right. Let's just go ahead and tag this off, okay, just so we can see where this is coming from, all the way over there from the top and all the way down here from the bottom. Let's correct the entire move. All right, so correcting a wave 1, we should expect to go to the 50 to the 618. I've marked out this level right here, right in between. So this is going to be between 9400 and 9450. All right. The reason why I think that, well, 94.50 is a perfect 100% equality, right? So if we take this move right here, we have an A, we go down here for the B, assuming we come down to the 618, right? We don't know how far down we're going to go just quite yet. We expect to go up there and complete this move up here. All right. This looks pretty nice. If we can finish that as an A, B, C to complete this, A, B, C, to complete wave 2, that would be ideal. That would be ideal if we did that. Again, what this is going to look like, let's go ahead and go down to a 30-minute chart here since we're getting into this. So up here, A, B, C into the A, B, C into the B, which is still incomplete, and then we expect an A, B, C into the C. You know, we don't know where this is going to land. We don't have a whole amount of certainty that this is exactly what's going to happen, but what I can see here, we have a nice A, B, C up here into this A. This looks nice. Again, it looks nice. It looks nice. This is what we want to see. And then here, we even have, again, a little more subdivision, A, B, C here. So what I'm going to do, let me just clean this up a little bit. I'm going to change this to a little bit of a higher degree because this is in a lower degree. And what I think is happening here is we've got an A, and then we're working on the B, and then we're going to go down here for the C, which is going to complete this B wave. From there, I think, again, what we're going to end up seeing is a larger A, B, C to complete that move to the upside. Okay, what that's going to complete is that's going to complete this C wave, which is going to complete the larger correction. That's going to take us, again, between the 50 and the 618. Again, we don't know where this is going to land, but what I can say with an amount of certainty is that there is gravity that's going to be gravitating towards this hot pocket. Okay, so you've got a 100% equality between the A and the B, assuming we come down to 91. Okay, if we come down to 91, like I think we will, we're going to see this guy move up to 94.50. Okay, if it goes a little bit lower, then we'll kind of make some adjustments again. This is going to move depending on how far down we go. If this was the bottom right here at the 50, well, then we've got 9,500 to contend with. We've got 93.60 to 9,500. 9,500 is the 618. So maybe this is done. That's okay. That's okay if we're done there. All right. Still, if this is an ABC and this is done and we're starting to work our way back up, the geometry wouldn't look all that great. I would really like to see this as an A and then an A, B, C into the B and then move up for the C. So I really want us to see, I really want to see us come back down here to about 91, down here to the 618. Then I can see us moving up here to this 9,500 mark. But if we come down to the 618, we have our 236 extension here at 9,400. We have the 100% equality at 9,450. We have the 50 at 9,380, and of course we have the the 618 at 9,483. This zone is going to be really hard to break through. You're going to see the hammer trying to push down on anything that tries to make its way through it. You're going to have the hammer coming down here on this zone. If we break above this, man, that is bullish. If we could break up above that. And at that point, maybe I'll consider changing my bias. But for right now, I think what we're completing, let me just go ahead and remove some of this because I don't want the chart to be overly complex and overly messy. Okay, so we're expecting this to happen. All right, so this would be, let's put this in here. We've got from up here, we have a 1. We go up here for the 2, and we go down to 3, 4, 5. Does this mean that 11,000 is out of the question? No, no. This is a bearish bias that I'm giving here. Nothing more than that. All right, so again, let's just pull this out. Trend-based fib extension. Start up here at the top. Work our way down here, 1. And let's just assume for a moment that we make our way all the way up to that 618, which again we know is right up here at 9,500 approximately. So this is going to be on a higher degree, so let's just go ahead and fix that. All right, we're expecting that 3 to come way, way down, and then a 4 and a 5, all the way down much, much lower. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's get rid of our indicators, and let's watch and see our wave 3 all the way down here, 81, wave 4, and then we'll come down here for wave 5. Again, this could potentially go lower than 8,000. This again is a bearish perspective. It's probably not popular right now to have a bearish perspective. But just for clarity, when we were all the way back here, okay, and you can take a look at my Twitter, all the way back here, I was talking about taking some off the table. Taking some off the table. Take some profit. Take some profit. Above 10,000, take some profit. Okay? And of course, since then, we had a huge, huge sell-off. I mean, no other exchange did what BitMEX did here, but this came all the way down to 86. Nonetheless, here we are today. We've got basically some struggles, right? We've got some struggles to break out. There's no doubt about that. We've got some struggles to break out. We've had basically lower high after lower high. Let's move out to a 3-hour time frame and just kind of take a look at this. All right, let's take a look at this guy. So from right here, what do we have? we have our high. This is our peak right now. Okay, from our peak, which by the way, our peak generated huge selling volume, we now have a lower high. Okay, lower high, and then we have a lower high again. All of these levels are going to be continued resistance. All right, so this guy right here, resistance. All right, this is going to be resistance at 9,800. 9,800 resistance. 10,200 resistance. 10,500 resistance. All right, these are all now resistance levels. Okay, and you can go all the way back to 2019. You can go all the way back to 2018 to confirm these resistance levels, but they are just further confirmed. And they are significant resistance levels. And the reason why I say that, let me just clear this off. Let me get rid of my regression channel here. What we've got is a, oops, apologies for that. Cancel that, delete. Let's get my drawing tool. Try this again. There we go. We've got a long wick here. We've got huge wicks here. We've got a little wick here. Whenever we get to a new resistance level, we've got major wicks. But on the flip side, okay, so let's throw a little bit of promise to this, all right? Because I was giving a bearish perspective talking about resistance. Now let's talk about the bullish perspective, all right? So I know this is going to get very confusing because I'm giving two different perspectives, which honestly are both very valid, all right? We have support, then what do we have? We've got rising support here, and then we've got right here, higher support, and let me just tick that, all right? All right, so let me just kind of move this guy down and let's just talk about this for a moment because again, this is just an alternate perspective. These levels are supportive. Support, support, and support. All right, so let's just go ahead and label these guys. Pull this guy down here. This is support. All right, and then we've got support down here, and then finally we've got support down here. Once we start breaking these, then we can start talking about where things are going to go. But right now, we're still compressing. All right, I hate to remove all of this stuff that I just did, so I'm going to leave it on there. Again, it's on a lower time frame, but we have to acknowledge the fact that we are compressing. We are compressing big time. Big time compression. If we go to a daily time frame, you can look at these Bollinger Bands and they're compressing. All right, so again, expansion to the downside, expansion to the upside, lower high, lower low, lower high, or sorry, excuse me. Higher low, lower high, higher low, lower high. Did we just create a higher low again? Well, we are about to make a determination on where things are going to be going. It is very important. If you are interested in crypto in any way, shape, or form, share this video with your friends because we are about ready to make a defining move in the crypto atmosphere. We are compressing. Okay, a lot of people are going to look at this as a giant bull flag. I mean, the geometry doesn't add up, honestly, guys. The geometry doesn't add up for this to be a giant bull flag. This move, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially a 5, right? I don't see this as a flag. Even though we are compressing, I don't see this as a pennant in any way, shape, or form. The geometry isn't there. Geometry does not look good. And we've got a lot of overhead resistance. And sure, we can push ourselves right through there. That obviously can happen. Obviously that can happen. But what I am not convinced of is that that's going to be what happens next. But what I can say is, once we start taking out these levels that I've just outlined here, to the downside, it's basically 8,900, 8,600, and 8,100. Okay, to the upside, it's basically 9,800, 10,150, and 10,500, right? And really, it's the immediate support and resistance levels that we really have to pay attention to. Once we break through one of those, then we can have a clear definition on where things are going. We're going to be looking for, probably an hourly close. I would say a daily close, but more than likely, if you wait for a daily close, you're going to have something like this roll around and you're going to be too late. Okay. So what would you do here? We are basically in the middle of this range. All right, the middle of this entire range is defined here at about 9,200, and we're at 9,264 right now. Okay, this green line here, I've defined as the median of the range. All right, as best as I could at least. So we've got this pretty clean, and we could go either way. There is a bullish count and there is a bearish count both ways. My preference is to have a little bit of a bearish bias right now. I don't think that there are too many communities out there that are really super bearish right now. I think everybody is saying that the halving just happened, and the stock to flow is off the charts, and it's super bullish, and maybe it is. But for right now, I bought the dip here and I've already sold, so I've made this money going up, and I sold up here, so I made this money. So I could buy right here and then get stopped out, and I'm still ahead. I could sell right here, get stopped out, and guess what? I'm still ahead because I made these trades based off of the support and resistance levels. I bought this right here because we were approaching support. And I sold this because, well, I mean, it just didn't look good. It didn't look good. And the technicals were telling me, hey, you should probably be getting out. So we're going to be watching these levels very carefully. As soon as we break through one of them, these levels, then we're going to have a clear direction on where things are going. But for right now, potentially we just created a higher low. And then, of course, we're moving ourselves up. And if we stop at 94.85 in this box right here, if we stop here, well, guess what we just created? We just created a lower high. And that means we're more than likely going to follow through with the bearish scenario. The bullish scenario still takes us to about 11.5. The bearish scenario takes us much lower. And I'm not going to speculate on that price yet. Because we don't have any clarity on which direction we're going to go. Right now we are just chopping. So take advantage of the volatility in the little chop zone that we have. Don't over leverage because you will get wrecked. So just be very careful out there and watch these support and resistance levels as they get taken out. 9,300, we were talking about that a lot yesterday. I think we're going to take out 9,300, probably are going to move up here to, again, 94 to 95. This is where I'm going to be interested in taking shorts, and if I get stopped out, I'm going to be looking for a close, like an hourly or a 3-hour close above 95. And then we'll just kind of take it from there and see if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. No big deal. No big deal. I've had some winning trades, so if I lose on a couple, that's okay. You got to be in it to win it, and that's just the way that the world moves. So that's all of the thoughts that I had. I talked for a little longer than I really wanted to, but of course, if you want to be part of our Discord, throw in a comment here in the YouTube chat, and I'll be more than happy to get an invite code out to you. Like, subscribe, share if any of these videos do help you. We appreciate that. And of course, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, good night, good evening. Stay happy, stay healthy, take care, and we'll see you all on Discord.